Downwind. Cessna over the threshold, coming up on the white dot, at or beyond the white dot, left turn first available. I got a high wind coming up on about a half-mile final, clear to land at or beyond. Traffic on the left base, you're following a Cessna down, low off your left. Square it up just a little bit, and then we're going to get you in. Start your descent, though. Start your descent on the base. Traffic on final, give me follow on base. Base traffic, start turning toward the numbers now. High wing coming up on quarter-mile final, take it all the way down to the green. Cessna taxiing on the green, expedite down to the next hard surface. Get me some speed, there you go, go fast. This is going to be good. I got traffic on a mile final, you're following traffic ahead and to your right. High wing coming up on the threshold, take it all the way down to the green dot.
5 Charlie Sierra, 2 mile final.
A mile final, turn north, and we're going to just make you, we're going to bring you back around. Jet traffic's coming up on about a mile and a half final, runway 9er clear to land.
Okay, all right, let's listen up, guys. If you're on final for runway 9, I want you to offset to the left. I got a jet that's landing on runway 9. The jet's cleared to land runway 9 if you can make it. If not, just continue straight ahead. It looks like you're going around for the jet. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine.
Oh, we had one right in front of us, sir.
Dragger, let's see, what we got, a tricycle, put it down, tricycle, put it down, put it down. Tail dragger, down to the green dot, then a left turn. Short final here, you cleared land on 9 all the way to the white dot, go down to the white dot. Find somebody to follow out here. Canard, just come to the runway and I might have to just send you around. That'll be fine. And for the jet, you just want to stay in this pattern or you want to go back out for an instrument approach?
Stay in a pattern, Charlie Sierra.
All right, just stay with me here for a minute. And my tail dragger, let's see, over the numbers, go down to the green. And Canard's going to have to go around. Canard, go around. Canard, go around. Canard, go around. And my high wing here over the runway, keep it airborne. Keep it airborne. You do not descend. Do not descend. You got a fast guy behind you. Do not descend. There you go. Keep it airborne. Keep it airborne. As soon as the guy behind you gets slowed down, I'm going to put you down. So keep it airborne. The one that just passed the white dot, make a left turn on the hard surface. All right, my high wing tail dragger, you can put it down now. You can put it down now. And Charlie Sierra, let me get you about a mile off. Let's see, Charlie Sierra, I lost. There you are. Make a left-hand turn. I'll try to resequence you here on the downwinds. We'll see how it looks. Short final, you're clear to land runway 9 on the white dot. Clear to land on the white dot. There you go. And the tricycle left on the hard surface and follow the flagman. Welcome. Thanks for being part of the show. And let's see, just find somebody to follow out follow on the final. And as you get close to the runway, if it's not going to work, we're going to send you around and then try to resequence you. Now, who else got sent around that's not back on the downwind? The Canard?
Yeah, Canard.
All right, Canard, there's a Gulfstream up there that went around too. I just lost sight of him, but you're going to make kind of a left-hand turn and stay low. I think Charlie Sierra, what's your altitude?
3,200.
Okay, that'll be fine. Just maintain VFR. I don't know what else is up there above you. Probably most everybody's down here, so just make a left-hand turn. We'll try to get you back here.
Canard's got the jet in tight.
Okay, the RV, maybe an RV-10, whatever, here on final. Keep your speed up and go all the way down to the, aim for the green dot for me. Actually, keep your speed up. There's a guy behind you. Aim for the green dot, and I'm sure that's plenty of room for you to land on runway 9. You're clear to land on runway 9. Number 2, you're going to go down to the white dot. Follow the white dot. Actually, you know what? That's 1,500 feet. You're going to land at the white dot. The spacing looks adequate here. 2 guys on final. You're kind of tight there. Keep each other in sight, and you're going to aim for the white dot. If it's not going to work, we'll come up with a plan B. We might have to send you around. The second guy behind you out there in about a 2-mile final. Are you slow enough to be able to follow that guy in front of you? You need to go around. Well, I probably shouldn't ask that because I had about 5 guys answer me, so I should know better than that. After 35 years, you would think, right? All right, so let me see. The guy who's number 1, it's number 1. What kind of airplane is he? An RV type. All right, RV type. Keep it airborne for me. Keep it airborne. And I got a fast guy behind you. The number 2 guy over the trees there. Go ahead and put it down on the numbers. Put it down on the numbers. My first guy just coming up on the numbers at the over the grass at the numbers. I want you to keep it.
T-minus 1 minute and counting.
Hello.
Four, three, two, one.
Hello, how you all doing?
Hello.
Yeah, it's Christmas. Nearly Christmas cheer has not reached. Hello, everybody out there. How you all doing? And thank you very much for joining us again. What have we got tonight? Well, just for a change, we've got some weather, but we haven't got Simon Keeling live, so we've got a recording of Simon Keeling. He's still got his quiz, and he's still struggling a little bit with his arithmetic, as you'll see shortly. Then we got Dave giving us all sorts of news. There's a whole bunch of news, including news of a new kit aircraft that will be shocking. I think it is in its ambition level, shall we say. A whole bunch of other stuff. We got a quiz with a very cheesy intro that took us at least 40 seconds to put together today. And then Fantasy Hangar, where we're looking at technology and stuff. And then, of course, we'll round up with what's been cancelled this week, along with it's not your last chance, but it's a great chance to buy somebody the gift of a Flyer Club membership for Christmas. I mean, who would want anything better than that? Anyway, let's. Where's my little mouse gone? There you go. So let me go for Simon Keeling's weather. So let's give you Simon Keeling. Here's the weather for the weekend.
Evening all. Yes, as you've guessed, I'm not live with you this evening. It's still daylight here in Wolverhampton. It is the sunny end of the world, although not today, as you can see. Okay, on with the weekend forecast. First of all, here's Simon's weather-wise quiz for this week. Have a look at this chart and tell me, what do you think the surface wind direction will be across southern England on Friday afternoon? So take a look at this. Let me know what you think the surface wind direction will be across southern England on Friday afternoon. And you've got to the end of the forecast to work that one out. Okay, so this is how things shape up then for Saturday. We've got some rain that's moving its way eastwards during the course of Saturday, associated with an included front. It's affecting eastern coast in the morning, but it will be clearing away slowly. Across Scotland, it looks as if there we're going to be finding some periods of rain throughout the day. So I'm not that hopeful of flying across Scotland during Saturday, but it does look as if conditions improve across many central and western parts of England and Wales and Ireland during the course of the day. Base is probably around 3,000 to 3,500 feet. Visibility halfway decent as well, although watch for some showers affecting western coasts and hills. Now, Sunday's a completely different story. Who needs a weatherman to tell you that this doesn't look very nice? Fronts coming in from the west. We've got periods of rain as well. We've got strong winds. Some of that rain is going to be heavy, and it's going to be reducing visibility too. So I have to say, I am not hopeful at all of flying on Sunday. Looks like it's a mostly non-VFR-able day. And even if we do get a clearance out towards the west, it becomes very windy, gusts of 25 to 35 knots with some heavy showers following in as well. So as far as the weekend goes, it looks as if it is going to be a Saturday. That is the pick of the days. Okay, so how did you get on with the quiz then? What wind direction have we got on Friday afternoon across the south of the country? If you said approximately 230 degrees, then you've got it spot on. Yep, if you take about 30 degrees off the direction of the wind along the isobar, that will give you the surface wind. So approximately 230 degrees. And as an approximation, the 2,000 foot wind flows with the isobars. So that would be a wind of around 270 degrees. Pretty clever stuff, isn't it? Okay, I'll leave you that for now. Have a great weekend flying, Wedgie, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Simon, and hope to see you next week when we can all take the mickey out of your arithmetic.
Oh dear!
I know. I would be worse. So anyway,
I was disappointed by Simon's choice of coat. It had insufficient pattern.
You should have bought his Hawaiian coat, shouldn't he? Okay, so we now move on to the pronunciation aspect of the event, of the show, and that's Dave. Dave, over to you for some news.
Well, the first item is quite easy to pronounce. It's Chuck Yeager. Of course, we heard that he died this week, age of 97, 70 years after he broke the speed of sound. Yep. So we're getting a bit of looping on the sound here.
Who's looping?
I don't know.
Okay. Right. So the second item of news is Autogyro, the German gyroplane manufacturer. Not a bit of sad news really. They filed for insolvency. They are quite buoyant about it. Jerry Speech, the CEO. He's said it's only the start of a process. They've been hit by obviously the pandemic and loss of orders and not being able to deliver aircraft and all those kind of things. So hopefully they can be. They're still in business. They're still playing. They're still working. They're still producing aircraft, and hopefully they'll bounce back in 2021. Have you ever flown an ultra dry, guys?
No.
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 I've been up in one. I went up in the open cockpit one. Had a massive attack of vertigo immediately after takeoff. Fortunately, I wasn't flying it. I'm very flying. After about 10 minutes, I managed to unfreeze and start flying. Next item.
It's not on my to-do list.
Recently, the PPL exams went online, and there's been a mixed reaction to that. Some people like it, some people don't. You can't take the PPL exams on paper now; it has to be online. The CAA ran a hotline for a while. They decided to discontinue that because no one's been ringing it. But you may have heard of Linda Wheeler. She runs a specialist ground school, and she's producing revision packs aimed at the online PPL questions, the exams. So that sounds quite a good thing.
I wonder what we can do about the same.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Brexit questions. Now, you may remember we asked you last week about if you have any questions about Brexit, whether you could send them to us on this email address you see here. We can still take one or two, but you need to do it tomorrow at the very latest, tomorrow morning. We've got a whole host of questions, and we've lined up some people at the CAA. It's not just the CAA, actually, some questions for Border Force as well. So, but there are some really terrific questions there. And we've also asked a couple of people in the industry to what questions they've got. And not surprisingly, they've got some questions. So you've got until tomorrow, about lunchtime, if you've got another question. We've got everything under the sun asked about the LAPL. If you've got a LAPL, you've got a question, it's covered. Don't worry, that will be one of the top questions. So now we're going to move on to this kit plane that Ian referred to. It's the Hill Helicopters helicopter. This is it. Now, this was announced a bit earlier in the year, but this week they've been running some online video webinars to talk to people about it. And you watched one, didn't you, Ed? What can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so I went to. Oh, that's annoying. I joined in one of their online presentations, and so it's when they say kit build, they won't deliver you a kit. You have to go to the build centre. So in 2023, the plan will be that you can pitch up, spend 2 weeks at their build centre, and they'll help you assemble your helicopter. So it's basically an amateur-built helicopter, which is pretty unique as things go. It's fully supported by the CAA. They're behind the concept, we've talked about it, and obviously between us, we think it's quite a reach to imagine how they're going to come up with a helicopter at their amazing price of £495,000 for a turbine 5-seater. But there's a lot of clever thinking that's got into it. They've got a unique, they've developed their own engine. It's got a low parts count. It uses different technology. So by doing a whole bunch of stuff and not taking the off-the-shelf options, they're hoping to save a lot of money. Things like the avionics as well. They're using an automotive supplier who does stuff for Aston Martin and other big manufacturers. They're going to come up with the twin screen panel for that. The back end avionics, that's all going to be done by Avidyne, and they've started the whole thing with a mindset of let's make this for the best and most economical cost option, and they're confident that they're going to deliver this kit for £495,000. There's going to be plus VAT, and there's quite a big discount involved if you're one of the first to sign up as well. they were keen that wasn't talked about in terms of numbers outside. But if you're interested in it, then sign up and go take a look. But yeah, so who knows? I think it'll. I'm an optimist always, and I'd like to think that someone who's spent over 10 years developing a British helicopter, if someone comes up with a turbine 5-seater for under £1 million, then that's got to be big news. So let's hope it happens.
Yeah, I think we might have solved the sound problem. At least I hope.
Who was it? Who was the sound demon?
I think it could have been me. If it's me, I apologise, and I'm hoping this is much, much better now. And if it's not, let me know. It was my jumper. Yep, Mark. Indeed.
Well, I'd put sound issues on that stocking hanging behind you for sure.
I've switched to headphones.
That's it. I feel naked now. I feel like I should stick my Bose headset on to join.
Yeah. Andy Kennedy is saying, presumably you won't be able to use the helicopter for charter if you build it.
No. Andy, they're clearly pitching this at the moment. The initial, so the HX50 is all about being amateur built, and you can only use it as a private individual. But 3 years later, 2026, it'll be the HC50, which is the certified version, all completely identical. They're just going by 2026. They'll have done all the work to certify it. But yeah, who knows? It's almost incomprehensible that this will be managed for such a small amount of money, really, in relative terms. But I hope it happens.
I without wishing to sound like a really boring, negative, old kind of person who's just the ambition to build a brand new helicopter, a brand new engine that doesn't exist, and to sort out your own avionics and then get people come into the factory and build it, just sounds like a tad ambitious to me, I think.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Peter Satchwell said, Ed, that was product placement. Peter, I'm not in the market for a helicopter, nor would I want one, but I just think this is a great British project that hopefully and deserves some positive coverage. So
yeah. Yes, absolutely. Let's keep an eye on it and see how they get on.
Yeah. We'll be following it.
Maybe we'll invite him on one next year. Get him to come and talk to us.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Anyway,
moving on, Dave. Come on, keep up, Dave.
Moving on. Still talking about new aircraft, and this time a new career possibly. You've probably heard of these electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. eVTOLs, as they're nicknamed. This is the Lilium jet, as they call it, and Lilium have decided that because they're going to have a pilot to begin with, eventually they want to have them autonomous, but to start with, they're going to have pilots. So they've teamed up with Lufthansa to create a pilot training course. You're moving on a bit quick for me here.
Sorry.
Behind the Lilium in the picture, is a concept. This is their vertiport concept. The first one of which is planned for Orlando in Florida. And the idea is that you can fly around about 30 miles in any direction at the moment. So, because it's battery powered, it's got a limitation on endurance. Now, this is interesting, not only because of what Lilium Jet are doing, but also because Volocopter, German company, setting up a similar air taxi business in Singapore. This is the Volocopter. EHang are setting up, which is a similar thing to the Volocopter, except the blades are all at knee height. You obviously don't get anywhere near it while they're spinning. And the other one is Joby, yes, which is this. This actually looks quite nice in a way. It's a nicely designed thing. It's had quite a lot of money thrown at it. Joby have also bought out Uber in the Uber Elevate project. This is the Uber's air taxi project. This hasn't gone down incredibly well with everybody because the whole point of the Uber Elevate project was to encourage many manufacturers to join in, and Joby seem to have taken it over. We'll have to see how that one pans out. But it's so there's a lot of things happening in VTOLs.
Yeah, that's a fantastic piece of kit, that Joby eVTOL. You've got to, and it's had something like £97 million worth of funding from Toyota, I think.
Can you wrap it around a tree and put your camera on top?
Well, that's an interesting factoid, isn't it? Because it is the same Joby that came up with the Gorilla Pod tripod.
Amazing.
So,
yeah. Hopefully, you wouldn't want to wrap one around a tree. But
no. But yeah, amazing bit to get. I've got to say though, with Lilium coming up with their VTOL ports, you have to tell them that airports have already been invented.
Yeah. Where do you go from 30 miles from Orlando? You can basically go down to Disney or Winter Haven or something like that, can't you?
Yeah, it's probably target market, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, they're also looking at avoiding traffic jams. So if you wanted to drive into, say, Orlando Airport, you could avoid the traffic. Orlando's quite busy with traffic, isn't it? So
my top tip is just to get your own airplane and fly into Orlando. It's much easier.
Yes. What's next?
You can do it today.
Yes. What's next? We have a new team member starting in January.
It's Johnny Salmon. He's not the one. Yes, he's not the one wearing the mutt muffs.
We didn't employ his dog, you mean?
No, we have not employed Mutt Salmon.
Okay.
Right, so Johnny's joining us from the Royal International Air Tattoo, where he's been doing their digital marketing for the last 5 years. And you may have noticed that Flyer's gone all digital. So we hope the match will work for us. I'm sure it will. We ought to say, he's also flies a Vans. What are those things? What are those Vans called, Ed?
That's Johnny and his dad have a Vans RV6. So another RV joins the Flyer fleet.
Yeah. And all of the other people.
So welcome, Johnny. Johnny starts in the new year with us.
Yeah. Look forward to seeing Johnny on board. Well done, Johnny. What have you got next? Not Ed.
Right, next. The Catalina. The lock. What are you going to stick on this picture, Ian?
No. Stand by. There you go. Sorry.
Come on, Grandad technology.
There's too much to do.
Yes. You may remember that the Catalina from Duxford had to stop at Loch Ness after doing some filming up there with an engine issue. They've solved the engine issue. They've flown the aircraft back to Duxford now, and all seems well. We've got a bit of news on that, haven't we, Ed?
We have. But obviously, Matt Dearden, Flyer columnist, and Catalina, one of the pilots on the Catalina. Matt was on the pickup and ferry from Loch Ness back to get it back home to Duxford. And Matt has written us the exclusive feature, which will be in the next issue on the Loch Ness engine change and fixed flight home. So watch out for that in the next issue. Thanks, Matt.
It's going to be a stonking issue. That plus all of your Brexit questions answered. It's going to be a not miss issue. Right?
Let's hope. Let's hope. Ian, you've got some nostalgia, I understand.
Yeah, so a good friend of mine sent me this morning because clearly I'm a traditionalist and I like paper charts and drawing lines and everything like that. And there is now a website that you can go to. It's been done by this guy who's you can actually learn and you can use the E6B online on this website.
Is that Sky Demon version 1.1?
I don't know. I should add that I kind of added the music. It looks like a very high tech website when you go there normally, but clearly,
I think it added something to it.
Yeah, I think that's going to be great. I'm going to take that. I'm not going to take my iPad anymore. I'm going to take my laptop, get some internet connections, and do that. I think I've probably got a couple of these wheels somewhere. But no, well done, that chap. Absolutely.
How do you use your pencil on the whiz wheel then to?
It's got a little. You can click a little red dot, and you get the red dot. Yeah, I kind of had to remind myself how to use it.
Yeah, in real life, we don't allow Ian pencils because he just fiddles with them and stabs himself in the eye with them.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, moving on.
Yes.
Quick reminder: next week's live stream is the giant Christmas quiz. We're going to have questions. We're going to have Christmas festivities. We're going to have alcohol. We're going to have prizes. come along, join us.
Excellent.
And then what have we got? On 30th of December, we got the Flyer Review of the Year. So come and join us for that, because frankly, we'd have probably all had enough of time off and families and everything by then, wouldn't we? So let's get some more aviation stuff going. Or is that just me?
That's it. Holidays for women.
I'm only joking if my family are watching this, honestly.
Yeah.
So it's all cold in here.
So that means we're not here on Christmas Eve, doesn't it?
It does mean
we're not here on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve.
We're sorry.
Because you've all got better things to do.
Yeah. I have.
Right then, fancy hanger.
Yeah, I think you've missed my quiz.
Oh no! Oh, quick!
It took me 30 seconds to put this cheesy intro together. Are you ready? Here we go.
Deploy the.
Name that aircraft.
I'm feeling dizzy after your thing.
I know. It took me ages to do that. Not really.
Is that the only clue? Oh right, okay.
No, there you go. Name that aircraft.
Oh, this is easy.
I thought you'd say it was easy. Anyone in the comments thinking it's easy? We got it. Can you see?
It's if we were to give a clue, this is featured in the news.
Yeah.
Yes.
No one?
No one's gone for it yet.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm going to guess Catalina.
Catalina, you're right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then I got this one. This one, I'm not sure if this is easy or hard.
I'm gonna guess Sherwood Ranger.
Oh, Ed, you're on fire.
Yeah, but this is my kind of nerdy stuff, isn't it?
Kind of nerdy stuff. Okay, I've turned this one upside down to make it a bit harder for you.
That's not hard.
What do you reckon then?
That's got to be Tecnam P2002.
No.
Oh no.
P92.
2002's got the wing on the low wing, isn't it? And that's why it's upside down. You see, that's the P2008.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be impressed if you get this one. This is the hardest of the four. This is kind of a dry run for part of the quiz next week, maybe.
Okay. Is it the Kestrel?
Oh man, you're too good. Too good. Okay, well done. Next week you can play as well, Dave.
Wow. Maybe I'll just have to read the questions next week.
Maybe you'll have to write the questions or something.
That's it. Fancy hanger.
Fancy hanger, yeah. Go for it.
Okay, so fancy hanger. We decided that in honour of all the eVTOL news, we would go for our future technology flying machine. So, who's going first?
I'm going to go first because I realised that mine is not as future technology as everybody else's. So I've gone for this, which is the Pipistrel Taurus Electro. In fact, I think it dates back from 2007. It's a side-by-side motor glider powered by electric engine, 40 kilowatt takeoff power. So it's not just self-sustaining; it's self-launching, which is great. You can stick it in the trailer and charge it on solar panels and go away. And so, I mean, it's 120,000 euros or something, which is more than I've got to spare right now. But never mind. It's pretty good. It's stressed enough to go and do a little gentle loop should you wish to throw away all that height you've worked hard to gain. And then if you manage to get all the sync, you just pop out the engine and fly back. I reckon that's great, economical, environmental, new technology, the way of the future, ideally for people who don't want to be putting in avgas forever.
I like your choice, especially for the fact that Pipistrel have been. It reminds you that Pipistrel have been doing this high technology thing for a long time ahead of everyone else.
Yeah. I just think that would be a nice eco way to end my flying days with high tech stuff.
Oh, that's wishing your life away. Don't do that.
Oh, no, not yet. Well, it's going to take me a while to save up 120,000 euros, Ed.
There we go. And you'll have spent it on avgas by then anyway.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yes. Who's next?
Next, we have got Ed.
Okay. Well, my choice, and you're all probably going to go, what the hell is that? Is the fantastic Blackfly by a weirdly named company called Opener. And yes, okay, it looks a bit like a flying towel rack, But this thing, there were some videos circulating on the web for this a couple of years ago, and they developed loads and loads of prototypes, and hopefully this should be coming to market probably next year.
Would you like a quick video?
Sorry?
Would you like? There you go. Sorry.
It's pretty unusual, but I reckon that you can get this. This will come to the UK, and this will fall straight in the UK SSDR category. And you're looking at something. So it's 142 kgs empty weight, 40 plus miles range. I think its cruise speed around about 80 miles an hour. Takeoff and landing distance 36 inches. So rate of climb 1,000 feet per minute. Maximum descent rate 1,000 feet per minute. This is I'd go as far as saying if that ever becomes available in the UK, I will buy one, because I think that is fantastic. You can land it on water, on snow, on ice. It's a fantastic piece of kit, and I can see, as much as I love a Cub for a bimble, I think that's almost like Star Wars style stuff for your future flying.
Do you think when it gets to that point where it knows the battery's going to run out, it just goes, "I'm going to land you now because I don't want to cut your power"?
Yeah, I mean it's got triple motor redundancy, so you're highly insulated from any kind of failure. It can fly itself if it decides that you're not doing a good enough job, which with me will probably be most of the time. But yeah, I just think that's a very cool piece of tech.
It just looks like a bit of Bonfire that's just lifted up and drifting around the world.
How rude. The only thing I can't quite get over with it is the very odd. You see all the videos of people sat in there going, it's a very odd angle. But it does, when in flight, if you ever see video of it in flight, the thing is actually, it's canted down, and it's a bit like flying a TIE fighter or something. It looks amazing. Dave, what have you gone for?
Right. I've gone for the heavy side by Kitty Hawk. This is it here. It's all electric, obviously, and it can take off in 30 feet. And then it's just a lovely looking thing. There's a video out there which shows it flying. I'm not sure we got the copyright to show that. So, but it's fast. It's quite small. The one they've got flying at the moment doesn't look big enough to have a person. It's being flown like a radio control thing, but it's almost big enough to take a person. And so it just needs scaling up a touch. But it's fast, maneuverable, very quiet, and also because it's made by these Kitty Hawk people and it's got all this Google money behind it, there's a good chance that it will actually come to fruition.
I think that will really happen.
I've got a small video that we may be able to play, and if everything goes dark, it's because we couldn't play it.
It's impressive stuff, and they've Kitty Hawk have flown. They're running a certification program at the moment with a New Zealand CAA, and they've got another design called the Cora, which is a 2-seat side-by-side essential aircraft. And I think they've flown both of these in full-size format now. So and like Dave says, there's huge money behind them. So if we're going to see anything, I think it'll be that.
Well, the heavy side has done that transition from hover to forward flight. They say it's done 237 transitions all the time, maintaining enough battery power in reserve to land it safely. So that will happen. That'll be happen. And it looks like a proper aeroplane.
Yeah.
Falling leaf.
Doesn't look like a tow rail. I still love my tow rail.
What drugs are you taking? Well, I have to say, there's a few people who voted for me in the comments I just saw. So it wasn't an exhaustive thing, but I think we'll just take that as a win. Thank you very much, everyone.
I think that's only one comment for you, isn't it?
No, I think I saw two.
No. You get and Adrian. Adrian's voted for you. I've got a few.
Thank you, Adrian.
Yeah. Who knows? I think we're if we get it, the Pipistrel's already here. If we get the other 2 bits of technology in the future, then we're all going to be winners. Anything that brings more people into aviation is a good thing.
Right.
So I've just had a message on my phone, not about that video. It's from Dan the Sandown Man.
Yeah.
Right.
He's made his own eVTOL, let me guess.
No, funny enough. Wait, can you help spread the word on this, please? Dates are 17th and 18th of April. Cost is £99 per delegate. Sandown are looking into running a 2-day seminar covering mountain flying and touring. What, on the Isle of Wight? Mountain flying?
It's a bit flat there, Dan, isn't it?
The mountain flying aspect will be hosted by an instructor, Marcus Dalgetti, who's based at Tallard Gap in France. Marcus is an expert in mountain flying. Great. Yeah, so anyway, if you want to go a touring and a mountain flying thing, 99 quid, get yourself down to Sandown. There's probably a chicken leg in it for you. And a look at Dan the Sandown.
Dan is the relentless man behind everything at Sandown.
Yeah, have you seen those things he's put into his tables?
Yeah, he's USB chargers.
USB chargers and Wi-Fi. Yeah. See, I can run my E6B now, can't I?
There's no stopping him.
There isn't.
Except maybe the rain.
Talking of stopping, it's cancelled now.
Yes. We need to push on. We're a minute over already.
Oh, no.
You're on, Dave.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes. So events.
Get on with it.
Events that have been cancelled. Okay, well, it's December. There aren't many events anyway. But there are, at the moment, still going to be 2 fly-ins at New Year, Bodmin and Popham. And also, looking a bit further ahead, the Aero Friedrichshafen people are still very optimistic about staging their show in April. They put the date back a little bit to 21st to 24th of April. That's mainly to avoid clashing with Sun and Fun, which apparently is going to happen as well. So anyway, there's the Aero Friedrichshafen. You could sort of start planning that now. You might want to hold off a bit further though.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm going to take a guess, but I'll keep it to myself. So is that it? Is that all we got cancelled or not cancelled?
That's it.
So
That's
it falls to me to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you for joining us. Please join us again next week. If you're not a member of the Flyer Club, please go and join the Flyer Club. If you are a member of the Flyer Club, please buy a Flyer Club membership for somebody else. It's fantastic. If you're watching this on YouTube, do us a favor, give us a like, click the subscribe button, all that kind of thing. Leave some stuff in the comments. Once again, thank you very much. Don't forget, next week, bring along your Christmas cheer, your mince pies, your little tipple, and we'll have a giant quiz for you that we're going to really have to sit down and work out sometime this week. So thank you very much. Been a great show, and talk to you next week. Thank you. Yep. Bye-bye.
Have a good week, everyone.
Have a good one. Yeah, absolutely. Enjoy your flying this weekend.
Yes, on Saturday.
On Saturday.